Here we're going to be finding some distances. You'll need to remember your distance formula. Distance is equal to a large square root. You take your two x's, you subtract those squared. You take your two y's and you subtract those squared. What is the distance between the points? So we'll subtract our two x's and we'll subtract our two y's. 3 take away -1 means you're adding a 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 times itself is 16. 7 take away -1, that means you're adding, that'll be 8. 8 squared is 64. Add those together, we get 80. That is choice D. What is the distance between points A and B to the nearest tenth? A is at 2, 2, and B is at -2 to the left, 3, -3 down. So the distance is equal to, subtract my x's, 2 take away -2, subtract my y's, you're adding, that'll be 4, 4 squared will be 16, 2 take away -3 means you're adding, that'll be 5, 5 squared is 25, that gives me the square root of 41, to the nearest tenth, square root 41, 6.4, there we are, letter D. In the standard XY coordinate plane, what is the perimeter? To do this problem, you'll need to find 3 distances. So we'll find the distance, first of all, between these first two. Perimeter is the sum of your sides. So 0 take away 4, 1 take away 7, 0 take away 4 is -4, -4 squared is 16, 1 take away 7 is -6, -6 squared is 36. Please remember, whenever you square, you always get a positive result. 16 and 36, 52. Second distance. This time I'm going to find the distance between the second and the third point. 4 take away 8, 7 take away 1. 4 take away 8 is -4, -4 squared is 16, 7 take away 1 is 6, 6 squared is 36, the same 52. Now I'm going to find the distance from the third point here back to the first point to complete my triangle. 8 take away 0 plus 1 take away 1. 8 take away 0 is 8. 64 is what you get when you square. 1 take away 1 is 0. That gives you 0. Square that. This is an 8. The 52s. Square root of 52. Here's a handy little thing. If you go to your y equals, and then we clear that off, and you type in second square root, not second square root, if you type in, here's a little trick, 52 divided by x squared, and then you go to your table. Let me make sure my table is set up fine. It's not. Now it is. If you go to your table, what you want to look for is the last set of nice numbers without the decimals. So if you get down here the decimals that are below 1, you went too far. And here is your answer, 2 radical 13. 2 radical 13. So the perimeter is going to be those 3 sides added together. So 8 plus 2 radical 13 and another 2 radical 13 is 4 radical 13. And that is choice A. Let W and Z be the points of intersection between the parabola whose graph is and whose line is. What is the length of WZ? We're going to do that using our calculator. So I'm going to graph both of those. -x squared minus 2x plus 3. that is what, oops, that is what that looks like. Y equals, let's do the other one, x minus 7, and that's what that equals. I'm going to go to my table, and what I want to see in my table is where I have an x and the same y. So let me show you what I'm looking for, and I'll talk about it. Right there. You see how I have -5 and I have -12, -12? That means the line and that parabola are going to intersect at -5 and -12. So that's one of your points. There was another one. If I scroll the other way, there we are. I have 2 and -5 and -5, so that means 2, -5 is your other point of intersection. I want to find the distance between these 2 points. -5 take away 2, -12 take away -5. -5 take away 2 is -7. -7 squared is 49. -12 take away -5 means I add, that's -7. -7 squared is also 49. So this is the square root of 98, which is, according to my little technique I showed you, 98 divided by x squared. Go to my table. The negatives do not make sense. 7, 2, is that the last one? Yep. 7 radical 2. 7 radical 2. That is choice D. Line segment AB has endpoints. Line segment CD has endpoints. What is the distance between the midpoints? So what we'll need to do first of all is find their midpoints. So AB, we find midpoints by averaging. So 1 plus 3 over 2 is 4 over 2, which is 2. Do the same thing for the y's. 5 plus -2, 3 over 2 is 2 over 2, which is 1. So the midpoint for this one is 2, 1. CD, the x's. 10 plus 4 over 2 is 14 over 2, 7. 12 plus 14 over 2 is 26 over 2, 13. The midpoint of this one is 7, 13. I'm going to find my distance between those 2 points. Distance is equal to, subtract the x's. 2 take away 7, subtract the y's. 2 take away 7 is -5. -5 squared is 25. 1 take away 13 is -12. -12 squared is a positive 144. 25 and 144 make 169. The square root of 169 is 13. Nice problem. Those last 2 problems, very nice. What is the slope? Slope is the formula. Take your 2 y's, subtract those. That is your rise. Subtract your 2 x's. That is your run. This is the same as the earlier problem. 2, 2, -2, -3. Subtract your y's. 2 take away -3. Subtract your x's. 2 take away -2. That's a +5. That's a +4. Your slope is 5/4, and that is C.